Let's go live to the Liberal Party headquarters now. Zoe McKenzie, the member for Flinders, joins us live. Zoe, you said during the week when we had you on the show on Sky News that you had pretty optimistic about the chances for Nathan Conroy. You've been proven correct thus far. There's a decent swing on.
Well, I am in the Tom Conroy club of tempering expectations, but the feeling for Nathan has been fantastic the whole way through. There's a warmth, there's a knowledge, everyone recognised him in the street. He's got a beautiful demeanour. We've got lots of Irishmen in the room tonight, so nobody's getting ahead of themselves. Everybody's been very careful about the Moz, but it's been a really positive campaign for him the whole way through.
Zoe, it's Andrew Clennell here. Are you feeling as if you can snatch this, that you can win this tonight? And if you're obviously going to get a big swing, what do you attribute that to? What couple of issues do you attribute that to?
Well, can I say first and foremost, it's been the effort of our candidate. Nathan has not made a single mistake. He has been completely front-footed. He knows his area well, three-time elected mayor, so he really knows and loves and has worked for this community for a long time. Cost of living is obviously a real issue. You hear it, you see it everywhere. I was just in one of the malls before coming here, and you can see people are really doing it tough. So people want to see more help and more understanding of where they're at. Stop being told that, things are going so well, which is the message they get out of Canberra sometimes. We still have one of the highest inflation rates in the Western world. They know more needs to be done to look after them. And Nathan has been pointing that out and listening carefully as he goes. As I said, an amazing, amazing campaign from our candidate. Hats off to him tonight. This is his celebration.
Is it fair to say, though, given the dozen rate rises, given the loss of the Voice referendum, that the Liberals really should put in a good showing tonight, that this is getting the Liberal Party back to being at least competitive when it comes to the political contest?
Sure, this is very much middle Australia, right? So this is the group of people that we want to make sure hear us each and every day in us holding the government to account in Canberra. But at the same time, we need to be out there prosecuting the case, and I think Nathan has been out there doing that. He's been on pre-poll every single day in the last 14 days. I don't think he's had a day off since January. His wife, they've been out here talking to the people of Frankston, showing how much he cares for them. So, as I said, it's his effort tonight that this group will be recognising later on. Come what may, not getting ahead of ourselves, fluctuating numbers. Let's wait and see what happens.
How hard are people doing it right now in places like Carrum Downs, in Frankston North? Give us a sense of what the mood is like in those areas from what you've been picking up talking to Nathan and on the booths.
Yeah. So look, it's all about cost of living, it's all about energy prices in particular, very much about mortgages. There's a higher mortgage rate in this seat than in average Australia. It's about 42% of homes have a mortgage on them, and therefore people are subjected to those 12 interest rate rises. The average mortgage has gone up by $25,000. That's an extraordinary amount of money for anybody to come up with each and every year just to be paying interest payments, not even making a touch on the principal. So those sorts of impacts really are important here. But equally, the prospect of making it harder to get your favourite car. When you're out on the streets, mate, all you'll see is Hiluxes, Rangers, SUVs, RAV4s. They're the cars people like to drive here because we don't have much by way of actual public transport. Peter Dutton made a $900 million commitment here to extend the rail down to Baxter. That's the sort of investment people need in their infrastructure to make sure they can get here, get to work in the city if they need to, and not always be reliant on their car.
Hey Zoe, it's Peta Credlin here. I'll ask you a question here about the Liberal Party supporter base and the membership. Victoria's not been a happy hunting ground for some time. I think people are pretty demoralised at a state level. Every Liberal I spoke to today said that the mood on the booths, the momentum out there, the volunteers coming in, this is what it hasn't been for some time, and that's got to be encouraging.
Absolutely. The mood has been great. I was on pre-poll, about 5 or 6 people there. In fact, at one point there were more volunteers than there were actual voters. The mood's been great, but can I say, Pete, that was the same mood we had down in Flinders, in 22. People, what they're like. They get out, they support, they barrack. Nathan's been a fantastic candidate. People have been really proud to get out there with him. He really knows his stuff, and when you've got a candidate who knows their stuff, it's easy to stand behind him and wear the blue t-shirt. So this room is full of joy because he's been so great. So it's lovely to be here with them tonight.
Member for Flinders, Zoe McKenzie, appreciate your time. Looks like it might be an enjoyable evening of celebration, potentially. Early days, as you said, we should calm things down a little, but thank you for your time there. And